Hey everyone, my name is Ben Lee,
And I'm Kyle Deeds.
and we're excited to introduce you to GovScape, which we're officially launching. GovScape is a publicly deployed search system for now 10 million PDFs from the federal government, extracted from the end of term web archive, specifically from the 2020 crawl. We have about 70 million PDF pages in total. And with this demo video, we want to give you a sense of the different kinds of searches you can try and where you can find a bit more information about the site.
Yeah, so there's three different kinds of searches. We have semantic text search, visual search, and keyword search. The first one, semantic text search, uses state-of-the-art machine learning embeddings to take those PDFs, produce a fuzzy representation, and then use that to guide your search. So you can search for things that are related to your search, but maybe don't exactly match them in the text. So if
So
we search here, pediatric healthcare in rural areas, we can find some related documents here, some health disparities around rural children, as well as a bunch of other things. So as you can imagine, the federal government has many different reports on these things.
And for the specific view we just surfaced, if you click on the page that has shown up in the search results, it will bring up this modal with a bunch more information about the PDF. So here you can see which page in particular has been surfaced. For each PDF, when the search results, we bring up the page that is most salient to your search results. And this page in particular we see is includes an article on access to healthcare for rural Ohio children in this issue brief. You can also find some more information about the site. So here it's from cdfohio.org, the crawl date, the crawl URL, which links to the current version of that URL from which this PDF was crawled. You can download the PDF directly, and we also have a share link functionality, which you can use to send to a colleague or a friend, or also bookmark for yourself to be able to return to this PDF. You'll note that here you can click through the individual PDF pages, and down here you can also, of course, jump directly to ones. Um, on the search results page, we're servicing 20 search results per page. And then at the bottom, you can click next to advance to the next page, etc. So this covers the semantic text search. Kyle, you want to introduce visual search next?
Yeah, so visual search is similar to the semantic text search in that it's working over machine learned embeddings, but here we're doing a multimodal version where the visual, so basically we take a picture of each PDF page, we embed that, and then we also embed your text query, and it tries to find related visuals to your text query. So if we, for instance, wanted to ask about redacted documents, redaction is a visual feature of a document. It's kind of explicitly not textual, which is why you could use this kind of visual search to identify them. So here we have all sorts of documents from the federal government that have been redacted in one way or another. Many of them heavily redacted, it seems.
Exactly. And as with the previous search results, you can go ahead and tab over to the next page, browse the results iteratively. I should also mention before we forget that we also have a few different filters that you can apply to the metadata. So, for example, you can filter down to, say, cdc.gov or congress.gov, whatever domain you're interested in. You can also filter by crawl date as well. But more or less, those are the current search filters we have in place. We may expand these with time as we expand our PDF set as well. But with that, we'll go ahead and turn to the last search functionality we have, which is keyword search, which functions pretty much exactly like standard keyword search as you would imagine, i.e., you can do a search for, say, COVID-19, and this will bring up pages that contain that literal string COVID-19. Here, the first example being a paper from medRxiv that was actually crawled, where we see COVID-19 being mentioned as a primer. Once again, you can scroll through and see all different sorts of PDFs here. We have COVID-19 services, COVID-19 council, etc. So those are the three versions of search that we currently offer. If you're interested in learning more about the site, you can click on the FAQ page where we have a bit more of a description about how GovScape itself functions, how these different search functionalities work. We also have an archive paper that we just posted, which you can click through and read here to get a bit more information on the technical details of the site. You can learn more about the end of term web archive, the web archive on which GovScape is based. This is an archive produced every 4 years at the end of each presidential administration. Here we're utilizing the 2020 crawl because it's the most recent crawl that's been fully uploaded. and released. And right now we're serving all of the PDFs from the 2020 end of term crawl that contain 50 pages or fewer that are also fully renderable. If you'd like to see some more information about, say, the repo that we have out for the code base, you can find it here. Again, a little bit more about the search functionalities. And then very lastly, I should mention that GovScape is an enormous collaboration. Kyle and I have been very, very fortunate to work with a number of just fantastic collaborators. And so this is very much a multidisciplinary and multi-institutional collaboration. You can learn more about all of our collaborators here. And lastly, we have a little bit about how you can contact us. Feel free to send us an email. We would love to hear about how you've used the search application. We'd love to hear more about how GovScape could add new functionalities that could be beneficial for your own research or your own workflows. And Kyle, is there anything else to add?
No, that's about it. Yeah, especially just to hammer on that last point, excited to hear any feedback you have or anything you'd like to see changed about the site. This is very much in progress, and so we're actively making improvements and changes. We're reflecting that feedback.
Exactly. And I think the last thing we'll note is that we're incorporating actively right now additional PDFs from the other end of term crawls. So our hope is that, especially once 2024 is fully live, we can treat GovScape as a centralized search system for all PDFs within end of term. It may begin looking beyond there as well. We also have some additional functionalities we're beginning to explore and also thinking about new front-end affordances. So all just to say that we're very excited to release this and to get it out into the world, but we do really want to hear feedback and are excited about next steps. So thank you and hope you enjoy GovScape.
Yeah, hope you enjoy it.